Okay, let's first clear all of this. So open SAS program. Okay, so here are several data sets that we're going to look at. So first let's go ahead and run the first two, and here again notice that when you start a line with an asterisk, that means that line is a comment. Okay, that's not part of the code, and it is always a good idea to provide as much comment as possible so that the code is readable by others and sometimes ourselves. When we come back to the code after a while, then you don't know what's going on. Okay, so highlight that and run it, and it's going to create two data sets. The first one is employees, I think it is Denmark, and employees in France. So we have the input. There is no in file here because the data is right there in the code itself. So input specifies that first is what does this dollar tell us? It is a character field. Okay, gender character field, country character field, and there are three. So if you have the data in the code itself, then you specify that with this statement, data lines, semicolon, and then list all the data and end with a semicolon. All right, so now run that. Okay, now where are these SAS data sets saved? Where should I look? Work. All right, so here they are. So that's the first data set. This is the second data set, and you see that they both have exactly the same field names, right? First gender country, first gender country. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new program. Okay, so now we will use these two data sets and we're going to combine the two. Okay, and then see what the combined result would look like. Okay, and you do that with a data step. Okay, it's not a proc step. So data step. Okay, and then you simply specify what the output table is going to be, the name for the output table. Okay, let's call it employee EMS all 1. Okay, so semicolon, and then you say set. So the set statement, then you follow that with all the table names that you have, and they all will be connected, concatenated. So here we have EMS DK space EMS FR. Okay, that set command or set statement will do that. So run. So now what this will do is it will look for, where will SAS look for this data set? It will look for it in the library work. So that's where we created. So if this data set is in a different library than work, then you have to specify that library name, then a period, and then the name of the table. Okay, so now I'll run that, and it's created the new EMS all, right? Okay, if you want to look at that, so we can say proc print data equal to EMS all 1, run. Here they are. Okay, so we have the 3 Denmark records and then the 2 France records, or concatenated one below the other. So that's because the field names were identical for both the data files.